Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, MaryAnne's Mystic Mentions. I'm MaryAnne. Welcome to your daily Sun Sign Love Connection readings. And for those of you that have noticed that I've had a fair amount of challenges with the uploads, thank you for bearing with me and for being patient. It didn't happen for a good year, and since, I would say October, maybe as a birthday gift to me. There's been a lot of things that have not been working, and I know a lot of it has to do with the planetary influences, as it always does, and the fact that, you know, I'm looking into definitely new technical tools and seeing where that can go, because it's a matter of just making it work, right? Not giving up. And with that new moon, beautiful Sagittarius energy, it's really inspiring me to just focus and look ahead. What do I want to do? I'm not paying attention to what I don't want. I'm not. I love this channel. I love you. I appreciate you. So we're going to make it work. And if it does shut off, I apologize. Though I will be getting up just to check, because this is the raw, real deal, live, pre-recorded stuff here. Now, the featured sun sign for today is Gemini, which is interesting because yesterday's featured sun sign was Taurus, and the highlight was Gemini, and that's happened a few times, I've noticed. So now we've got Gemini again, and the featured, or the highlighted, excuse me, connection where I read 3 additional tarot cards for you and messages. This is strictly through Spirit who gets chosen, and I like to do it right in front of you. So I looked ahead. I know what's been recently done with Gemini. That won't work. And we've got Gemini right next to Cancer. We're doing Cancer. Okay, so yeah, that hasn't come up. It was yesterday, of course, was the highlight with Taurus. That doesn't really count. The last Geminis had Aquarius, Sagittarius, and Libra. So I like this a lot. You're right next to each other. See what's happening? There you go again. The featured is Gemini. The highlight is Cancer. Tomorrow, the featured is Cancer. I mean, this is Spirit saying, listen doubly well, I guess, if that's proper English, to the messages, because there's a lot of profound energy that can work so well for all of us. I mean, you have the Gemini, and we had the full moon in Gemini. That was very, very prominent for you, obviously, but for all of us in the whole world to be able to recognize our ability to communicate and speak and express ourselves. You are an air sign, and as everyone's been saying, if you haven't heard, the big changing of the guard, if you will be the conjunction of Aquarius and in Saturn, or Saturn in Aquarius, just the opposite, as well as Jupiter. And that's going to be a huge, huge physical, mental change for all of us. It's about the mind and the air and the progression and the idea to, you know, engage and to change and to allow and to try things. And it's really, really exciting and fun, and I think it works very well with air elements, of course, but it works with everybody from the change of earth to air. So today we actually had Saturn go into Gemini, so excuse me, Aquarius. So that's very complimentary to you, Gemini. You are an air sign, so I feel like there's going to be a lot of positive forward movement and thoughts in your mind. You are going to be dedicated to working things out, and compromise will be large and important with that Saturn. That's kind of a restricted area, but with Jupiter coming up on the 21st for another 3 years, that's just going to expand your wants, your dreams, your desires, depending on where it falls in your house. So yes, and you're a mutable sign. You're very adaptable and very willing to change and to adapt, being an adaptable sign, and ruled by Mercury. So there's a lot of thought about what you do. You know, it's not just a light surfacey thing. It's very, very, it's a very deep and thought-worthy time for you, you know, and it's going to be, not that it isn't, but it seems to be more clear. There's more clarity, let's just put it that way, than there has been. And then optimism with your polar opposite sign of Sagittarius being, you were the full eclipse, the moon eclipse, and then Sagittarius being the new. You work so well together, and that'll be the series that goes throughout 2021. So I love you and appreciate that you are stepping it up and believing, and you're not holding back. A lot of times Geminis can be very forthright, or they can be quite reserved. You know, it depends on which Gemini you're seeing with that duality of the twins. But heartfelt, loving, compassionate need to gather, to group, and to grow, you know. So that's 3 G's. I like that. Anyway, let's go with the Cancer highlighted. And there you have this beautiful, watery element that just is so full of compassion and love and emotion and sensitivity. And they take things and they want to just embrace them and nurture them and care for them. So whatever this love connection is, it could be romance always. It could be your children, it could be your parents, it could be your best friends, it could be your work relationships. There is a real need to unite together, to work through things. You know, you can be detached, being an air sign, as they say, and that's difficult for sometimes for a watery sign that's very much about their feelings, thinking, well, you're not understanding me. Well, of course you do, and it's important to express that, probably more than ever right now, and moving forward. Because if this Cancer's feeling left out, or, you know, not really cared for, or treated like there's a common, you know, ground between you, they'll retrieve, and they'll you know, want to just kind of hide in a sense, you know, in that shell of theirs. And they are extremely, you know, affected by the moon, as that is their ruling sign. So, you know, you have had a lot of questions about the connection, because there's been this incredible changes that are continually happening this year. And it started with the series of, and the last series actually, of the 3 eclipses in a row this summer. It started with Sagittarius to kind of give us a feel of what was coming up and is now happening. Then it had the beautiful full moon in, was it the full? No, it was a new moon, excuse me, in Cancer. 2 days before when I got my beautiful kitten. I did put a link there if you want to see my beautiful kitten Eclipse that I adopted, because I talk about him all the time, but he's too rambunctious to be in here. So if you want to look and check out that, I'm proud of him. He's my little bug. He's amazing. He's my yogini, as you will see. But I digress. I got him just before the full moon. So you've had, or new moon in Cancer, in addition to it being, you know, the first day of summer, so much transformation for you, Cancer. So much, I think, desire to emerge and come out with these very healthy, powerful, optimistic energies of these 2 eclipses for you. And the 2 of you, I mean, you're a cardinal sign, Cancer. You love keeping things moving, and you initiate things. You're a doer, and you work hard, and you can be working at home or out in the office or both nowadays. But I feel like there's an opening up for the 2 of you, and a bonding that's really becoming more apparent to you in a beautiful way. Let me read to you your 3 major category messages, and then I'll step up and see if this is actually still recording. Cross your fingers. And I am using I changed to the Connolly Tarot deck for the mid-month readings, which is what they are. So these messages may feel or resonate with you immediately, or they may not, but give them some time. You know how that is. There's different currencies, there's different reasons that some feel it stronger than others, depending on your chart. And yeah, and you may not feel it, but like I said, give it some time, because things are they're changing so rapidly right now, and we are approaching the end of the year, and these major changes in planetary planets, and signs, that it's kind of a blur in a way. So you're going to need to sit, and you're great at that anyway, because you do go with your intuition, and you can really help Gemini to allow them to utilize their intuition too, and not just be in their mind. I'll lay these out and once again explain to what they are and what the messages are from Spirit. So, this is fantastic. So, the first card is always the overall energy for the 2 of you, and what's led you to this reading, and the catalyst. And you have the 3 of Cups. Wow. I actually have goosebumps. I can feel it on my shin. This is the Cancer watery that we all have in us, that emotion that we can tap into, that we kind of sometimes being reserved, don't want to be vulnerable to, but this is party, happy, vulnerability, excitement, love, depth, feeling, joy, celebration. You know, of course, Christmas and being around people we haven't seen necessarily excites, I think, all of us. And knowing we have to be careful is just part of the deal. So there's a lot of things to celebrate. And I'm excited because we made it, right? And we're hearing some good news, and we got to just be strong and patient and trusting and grateful for our blessings, our friends, and the love that we feel for each other, right? That's fantastic. That's an overall energy, and that's, well, you can't get much better than that. There are ones, they're coming up. Then you have the second card, which is the possible blessings or obstacles, and you have the Hermit, and that's twice that's come up in these last couple of days. Well, it tells me a great deal. This represents the sign of Virgo, which is a very practical, earth-bound, you know, reliable and catering to security and money in our environment, the things we can touch and feel, tangibility things, you know, but it also represents our highest power, our guides, our intuition. Knowing and listening and allowing time to rest and retreat, that I think a lot of us are right now because we're either forced to, or we realized after everything else this year, my body, soul, and spirit, all of me needs to just take it in and appreciate and celebrate what's good, what's happening, and what can continue to be good. Focusing on that, like I said. You have that light, and that light has a star in it, I believe. And no, this is different. This is that fiery, ambitious, you know, trust in your dreams and your desires and in the ability to create it and manifest it. You know, holding strong on that. Absolutely beautiful. And then last but not least, your third category is the category of money, finances. Once again, things you can feel and touch that you both feel bring a sense of solace and, you know, comfort and stability. And you have the sun, man. So it just went from good to best. And that's one of the most vibrant, incredibly positive, lucrative, you know, abundant, energetic, fun, exciting, loving, creative. We're very creative when we have this kind of beautiful ego kind of centered in the sense that, you know, the sun is what we're reading. We're reading the sun signs, and the sun sign represents the day we're born, the month, our desires, our ego, our needs, our dreams, you know, how we want to live this life, how we want people to see us, how we want to feel, look, and act. And there you go. You have great love, great help, and ambition, and things are going to change for so many of us. And I'm not saying it's going to happen instantly, but you will definitely be affected in a positive way. It's going to be an easier year in many ways. We have to work through a lot. We have to do the healing from everything that's transpired. That's just the law of nature, right? But you got the best attitude about it. And you're talking together, and you're opening up, and you're being as genuine as you possibly can, and you're feeling fired up. Fantastic. Let me know. If you have not subscribed, please do push that subscribe button and like button and share and do all the other beautiful things that you can do to actually, you know, contribute to the channel, which is free, right? But it's essential for me to continue to do uploads, even if they're half of the time that I would like them to be. I'm here for you. By hook or by crook, I'm going to get up now and check and see if it's still recording. And yes, it is. So you know what? Not to push my luck, I'm going to do something for now. And I had gotten this information before I came in. I'm going to go with just sticking with the featured and the highlighted connection today, just so you don't get cut off. And I'll do that probably until I'm able to either get new tools, like I said, something miraculous coming in for me. Cross your fingers. But yeah, I did this before, and I'll come back doing the individual readings as well, I promise, as soon as I know that I have some more, structure in what's going on, and it's hanging in there. So we're going to be the first Oracle message card that I absolutely love. I incorporated it now in the mid-month. I brought this in because I'm in love with these. They're new. I had not ever, I think I've seen them on other channels, but I've never actually used them. This is going to be for all the beautiful Geminis and your highlighted connections and every single person that you are in touch with and that you love and you aspire to connect with. And it is the Starseed Oracle, all brought from love and wisdom and intellect and absolute desire to enrich your life. And so we're going to check just a little bit more, and then I'll pick it out and I'll express to you and read from the book exactly what it means for you. So today you have water your garden. And the illustrations are absolutely amazing, and they're lavenders and pastel and light. And so the wording underneath is nourishment, body care, tenderness, rest. The Virgo, possible blessings or obstacles. You may find it an obstacle when you're in one of those go, let's go get them kind of thing. But when you rest and you recuperate to build that energy back up, you're going to be 10 times better and more powerful, right? So there's a definite synchronicity with that right off the bat. But yes, it's fantastic. Look at this picture. I hope you can see it. It's absolutely gorgeous. This deck is actually from Rebecca Campbell, and the artwork is Danielle Noel. And that's pretty cool because we're around Christmas here, right? And so let me read you what it says. Water would be in the back. Oops, almost opened up to it. Water your garden. I think it probably makes sense. Earth is a seasonal planet. And as such, you're a seasonal being, cyclic. You can't be on and in full bloom month after month, day after day. You're strongly being called to put on the brakes, rest, and refuel. To take a moment to restock and replenish and slow right on down. Your body is the only body you're given, and it needs to be respected as such. You're being called to take responsibility for your well-being, to put your health and body first. And I know it can feel like time is running out, and as if there are urgent things that simply can't wait. However, if you keep pushing on, soon fatigue will set in. Sound familiar, Gemini? Just curious. You're always going, man. Your energy is hard to keep up with, and you're just so full of life and vitality and this earnest desire to just continue to learn and grow. But I love this message for you, and I hope that you're understanding and you're agreeing with it. So basically, that's it in a nutshell. But I like the way it said Earth, because we are entering into the sign of Capricorn, and the remainder of the aspect of Capricorn after many centuries is leaving us. So there is such huge amounts of Earth energy for all of us. Sometimes it works, sometimes not as well as other signs. That's changing, right? So we're all kind of, in some form, we're just kind of really understanding. Look at the sun coming out. It's spectacular. And yeah, so this is really important to, as we enter into the winter season, which is Capricorn, and being the cardinal sign he represents and instigates winter on the 21st and all the conjunction I mentioned. There's a lot to take in, and our bodies are feeling and experiencing it whether we realize it or not. So do take heed. And the Starseed Soul Inquiry says, what is your body yearning for? So yes, this is absolutely everything. This vehicle that we keep our spirit in, right? That we have to take care of, and now especially with everything. So yes, I love that message for you. Now let's read your animal message card. Animal medicine cards, because this caters to our spirit animals, right? And I know a lot of people in life, but definitely Geminis love animals. They love them like their own children, and they understand the importance of catering to our animals and just the guidance that they can give us. How many times reported and shown that dogs or cats have actually saved human lives. You know, they are our guardian angels. They are our soulmates. Mine is. I love my cat so much. I got him 6 months ago today. And it went pretty fast, but at the same time, there was a lot of training to do, I'll tell you. Your message from the spirit medicine is the bee. Of course it is. Busy as a bee. That's what the energy is with the beautiful Geminis. And so I was going to say creative and capable of multitasking, and so full of variety and spice and all the things that are nice. But I'm going to read you because I don't really know. I've not picked this before, but it's so perfect for you. So B, right, open right up to it. Wake up, sting, service, making sweetness. B is Cupid, worshipping, nourishing, defending, and delighting in Earth's colorful generosity. B buzzes the universal vibration that is the constant creative motion of life, pollinating and lovemaking with flowers, so fruits and vegetables can blossom to seed. Enacting the circle of life, or the cycle of life. B's continuous motion is a devotion to the queen and community. This love turns flowers into honey. B tells human it is time to jump into the vibration of life. Earth provides sweet-smelling nectar and rainbows and flowers in the form of friendships, sweet moments and experiences. The flowers in our lives long to be acknowledged and told they are beautiful. It is a time to spin the wheel of love, to actively, creatively vocalize sincere adoration to the people in your life and the Cancer and everything we said, speaking out, you know, allowing that vulnerability to come through. So, yeah, and watch love grow like a fruit tree. This is all about you. I'm glad I've shortened it a little bit, only because the emphasis is so strong. But, oh no, we're not done yet. So we're going to do the super attractor manifestation message. And I love this so much because, you know, you understand this very well too, Cancer, in the way that you're able to really sense and feel things so very strongly, and the currents and the tides and how the moon affects us, you know, and brings in information, and it changes our moods and our feelings so very, sometimes rapidly, but very deeply. And so you know all about love and sharing that and offering it and teaching that, you know. So the two of you together, this is beautiful. But allowing and manifesting the life you want through those feelings is what this beautiful deck really represents. And oh my gosh, vibrant root chakra red coming through for you, for your complete ability to be strong, be present, be secure and stable. And your message says, I am patient knowing that whatever is of the highest good is coming to me. And look at this beautiful woman with child. Perhaps that has something to do with you. I never think any of these cards are coincidental. I really would love to know that if you'd be so kind to comment. You do have to subscribe, but if you're a returning, you know, viewer and this is happening, let me know, please. And congratulations. And if it's not an actual child, it's a birth of an idea, and it's everything we were talking about, and allowing this beautiful, beautiful vibration of the Sagittarius, straightforward, let's change, let's break out of the box, let's seek our truth and what really works and makes us feel the best. And that's all part of this. So congratulations. And there's the two of you in here. So there you go. There's that beautiful love connection, whatever it is. So this is amazing, beautiful, simple, but shortened and to the point, which is very, very, very appropriate for the Gemini and love and all the other things. So take really good care of yourself and do come back. We'll be getting things together, and I will elongate it again, like I said, where I have another special individual message for every other zodiac sign. But until then, have a beautiful day. Have a great have a beautiful holiday if you don't come back. And hopefully I'll see you on the other side. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.